Picture this, you're Moses, a man chosen by God to lead his people, and you're walking through a desert with a bunch of whiny Israelites.
Dude, why is it so hot?
One day, a booming voice from heaven calls you to climb a mountain. Because you're a good leader, you do it. You need your cardio anyways. So you begin your long journey up the mountain. After what feels like forever passes, you get to the top, and a white cloud starts to talk to you and hands you a bunch of rules to follow.
Hey God, thanks for the commandments and everything, but I just scaled that massive mountain. Do you got Gatorade or Capri Sun?
After walking for about 3 months in a hot desert, aren't you glad you got more stuff to worry about? You look closer and see that there are 10 things that you can and can't do. Those aren't just any rules, they're the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments include: you shall have no other gods before me, you shall not make for yourself idols and worship them, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, remember the Sabbath by keeping it holy, honor your mother and father, you shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not give false testimony against your neighbor, and you shall not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor.
Oh my God, that's a lot of rules, man.
Don't worry, Moses, you'll get a lot more later. You aren't allowed to do many things, like steal, or covet, or bang willy nilly. This law, also known as the Mosaic Law, can be found in the books of Exodus and Deuteronomy of the Bible, and it encompasses not just the Ten Commandments, but a lot of other rules. Even though the Mosaic Law and the Hammurabi Code were written hundreds of years apart from each other, they are somewhat connected and have similar principles. Caring for the poor was also a big concern in the Mosaic Law. Farmers were permitted to leave some crop in their fields for the poor people to harvest. How generous. The Mosaic Law was more concerned with the punishment of a deliberate action rather than an accident. Mosaic Law was very strict on respecting your parents, with laws that said, whoever strikes their mother or father shall be put to death. You can thank Mosaic Law for some of the laws we know today, and it influenced many people for many generations. Mosaic and biblical law as a whole has influenced many different cultures, and some were built on them. Thank you, Moses, for climbing that mountain and changing law as we know it.